Hey guys, Skip Kelly here. Normally I vlog, but lately vlogging has been cutting into my life and it's actually lowered the quality of my life a little bit. As much as I love it and as much as I love showing you guys my day, for the next 10 days I want to do what I call a morning mindset. And I used to do these on like Facebook and Instagram where I would post an inspirational quote and then maybe a story or talk about someone that I liked that I met in my life that represented that quote well. For one, to give them props for doing a good job at that part of their life, and number two, so that I could be grateful for the people I've met in my life. Today, instead of doing a morning mindset, I wanted to do a quick Q&A, and then tomorrow morning we will start with the first morning mindset with the Q&A. Is your real name Skip? No, my real name is not Skip. My real name is Steven. The natural question that presents itself after that is, how did I get the name Skip? Well, originally the nickname was Skippy. My uncle told me a story that when he was in 9th grade, he told his science teacher that his name was Skippy, and then everyone in the class burst out laughing every time she called on it. So they just stopped calling on him. So I went into 7th grade thinking that was a great idea. I told my teacher, Mrs. Osterman, that my name was Skippy, and the whole class burst out laughing. But then she just kept saying it and stopped being funny. I kind of rephrased this next question because it didn't make a ton of sense in the way it was worded, so hopefully this makes sense. What is the most impactful health change I've ever made? I would say, as cheesy and as cliche as it sounds, starting. When I was 17 years old, I decided to cut fast food out of my life because I knew that wasn't the best thing, but I didn't know what the best thing was. I just knew it wasn't that. So I started making small changes, and I think making simple, small, incremental changes that you think are positive for your health is really important, and just that you continue to make more and more positive changes. I feel like just picking something and committing to it. I mean, when I started this vlog, right, I said, I'm gonna do 7 days of vlogging, and I got to day 7, I was like, never mind, I'm putting out a video every single day because I really enjoy doing it. It gives me a lot of daily discipline, managing everything else I've got going on in my life, and then adding this in has been fantastic. Even though it's been a struggle and hard, I've really appreciated and enjoyed having the ability to do that. And because I've gotten really good at the daily task, now my goal is to provide as much awesome, rich information to you guys as I can in a fun and entertaining way, because this week I've been learning a lot more that life is about serving, and my life, my happiness comes from serving, and I want to serve you guys better. Next Q&A, what's your favorite exercise? Favorite exercise? Assuming we're talking about one particular exercise, I was like a torso rotation with a cable. Like say you have a cable on the wall and it's like pulling like this and I'm like this and I just twist so that my whole like trunk gets to move, my abdominals, my spine. I feel like that's a really important one, and you kind of, you know, just living, you get a lot of other stuff in there, but not twisting. What do you think about the US election? I think Donald Trump's not bad. I'm curious. He's a wild card. Could be good, could be terrible. We're about to find out. What's the best workout routine? Something that's consistent, something that you will do all the time, whether that's with like your friends because they motivate you to do that. Although I would strive to find something that you can do by yourself, because if you're depending on other people and they move, something happens, they get sick, they don't want to do it, you know, that's tough. So definitely find something that you enjoy and that you'll do consistently. And it changes too. I feel like the best workout routine changes as you get older, as you get younger, if you know, you're getting a lot healthier and you feel younger. Yeah, there's a lot of, I don't know. Best breakfast routine. That's a rigged question. Bulletproof coffee if you like coffee. I've been into super shakes a lot lately. I feel like that's really good. I feel good. I don't get hungry for most of the day on either of those routines. When I was 18, I started doing cottage cheese and yogurt with like blueberries and walnuts. That wasn't great, but at the time it was really good for me. Then I switched to like oatmeal and blueberries, walnuts, and honey. That was pretty good for a time, maple syrup. And then after that I switched to shakes, I think. And then after that I switched to like eggs, scrambled, with veggies maybe. I didn't really eat vegetables till I was like 22, 23 years old. Best time of day to work out. I'm gonna go ahead and give a response to men. I don't know with women necessarily what works best for them, but for men, this is gonna get kind of vulgar, so if you're under the age of say 16, earmuffs, I'm serious. If you're a guy and let's say you wake up every morning and you have a special surprise waiting for you, it's probably best to work out in the morning. If that's happening, you probably have like a lot of androgen, a lot of testosterone, and a lot of growth hormone in the morning. Similarly, if at night you have an issue like that, or not an issue, but a blessing like that, then you probably want to work out at night. have like a set time of day for sure, and then at least twice a week, kind of mix it up. But I am a believer in 7 days a week of working out. If that means that you're working out for 20 minutes a day and you can't sweat during that time because you don't have an hour to shower and do all that stuff and travel, then just work out 20 minutes a day. But I'd say consistency is more important than anything else, and getting into the habit where it's just a part of your day. Very important, even if it's at home. Best way to lose weight and gain muscle quickly, cut your carbs and eat lots of calories, but have them come from mostly fat, healthy fats, and a good small to moderate amount of protein, and make sure you're lifting, of course. Best way to recover from a calf strain, I've got some priming videos earlier on the channel that you guys can look at. There's like a foot and ankle one that would be really good, and then the hip one. But generally speaking, like when it comes to body mechanics and pains and injuries, taking care of your whole body is very, very important, which is why I created priming. I'm definitely going to be releasing more and more information on priming in general, because it's important that you understand how your body works if you want to avoid injuries for the rest of your life. If you don't want to take care of your body, that's okay. We'll have a job. Best way to loosen my lower back, priming. Yeah, I would say priming. Once again, if you have any kind of mechanics or body issues and you don't have any kind of surgeries that have disrupted your muscle or your strokes in your brain, you know, if you played a lot of football and had concussions and things like that, you might be screwed. But other than that, yeah, priming. Just prime your whole body and it'll help loosen everything. Just be consistent with it, just like your workouts. So I would say if you could do 5 to 10 minutes of priming per day, almost like a meditation, and then also do, you know, somewhere between 15 and 30 minutes of working out, if not more, if you have the time and you really want to feel better, because diminishing returns with workouts happens usually about an hour to an hour and a half in. And then once you get to that point, kind of the benefits go downhill, if not fight against you, and you get less healthy. This is the last question for the day, by the way. What's the most important, nutrition or exercise? If I had to choose between these two, but I won't, I would say it's mindset. I would say thinking that your nutrition is good or thinking that your exercise is good is more important than if they actually are. If I had to choose between nutrition and exercise, it's going to depend on the person. If your nutrition is awful, then probably nutrition is more important. I think for a lot of people in California, I'm not sure where you live and what it's like, but a lot of people eat decently or know how, so that's why I think mindset's more important. It's not like they don't know how to eat nutrition, or it's not like you can't figure it out. Literally, you can't throw a rock right now and not hit nutrition education on the internet, right? I think exercise is more important. That's my philosophy. I don't think anyone knows how to exercise well, and to consistently exercise well is a trick. Overall mindset, definitely like getting in the right mindset and starting to make your life better little by little. And for some people that means making their nutrition better, and for some people that means making their exercise better. And then remember, be on the lookout tomorrow for the first morning mindset.